Hey there, how are you? I hope you're okay. I'm excellent. I'm teacher Mariana and I will be your teacher today. We are going to make a review to the topics that we saw during the week. I hope you remember everything. First, we are going to talk about simple present tense. Remember, we use it to talk about things that are happening during the moment. And we have three structures, and remember the subject pronouns. For he, she, and it, we use the verb with s, es, and ies at the end of the verbs. I, you, we, they, we only use the verb. She starts new diet, you start new diet. Here we have she because it's in third person, and we are going to add s at the end. We have the negative form. First is the subject pronoun plus doesn't plus the verb. He, she, and it plus does not, and doesn't is a short form, plus the verb. For I, you, we, they, do not or don't plus the verb. And we have she does not start new diet, or the short form, she doesn't start new diet. You do not start new diet, or the short form, you don't start new diet. And we have the question form. First is the auxiliary, then the subject pronoun, then the verb, plus the complement, plus the question mark. Those plus he, she, or it, plus the verb in base form. Here we are not going to add s at the end because we already have the auxiliary that is for third person. Then do. For I, you, we, they, and we. And we also have the verb. And here we are going to see how we are going to change a sentence to a question. She starts new diet. Notice here we have the s at the end of the verb. But in the question, we are going to delete the s because we are going to add those. Does she start new diet? Here we are using the verb in simple present and without the s because remember we already have the auxiliary. And then you start new diet and doesn't change. We only add do and the question mark. Do you start new diet? Now remember, if we are going to talk about a routine, it's something that you are accustomed to do. I'm going to talk to you about my routine. I take a shower, I go to the gym, I go to the school, I go to the work, I pet my dogs, I do my homework. And we have some places, for example, farm, a school, bookstore, swimming pool, cinema, theater, museum, bank, and police station. And there are some of the much examples that there exist. Now we have the WH questions. Who is for a person, when is for time, where is for a place, what is for an object, what kind is for descriptions or for us to a type of something, what time, for time obviously, whose, possession, whom, object of the verb, which, choice, why, a reason, how, a manner, how much is for amount of price. Do you remember uncountable nouns? Okay, we are going to use how much for uncountable nouns. There are the nouns that we cannot count. How many is for quantity, for countable nouns, something that we can count. How often? Frequency. How far? Distance. How long? Duration or length. How old? For age. And how are you? To ask about a state or how a person feels. And we have adverbs or frequency. We use always when it's 100%. We use usually when it's 90%. Often when it's 70%. Sometimes when it's 50%. Hardly ever or rarely is when it happens 10% of the time, and never when it happens 0%. It means never. Now we have the positive structure and how to use adverbs or frequency. We use the subject plus the adverb plus the main verb. Daniel always passes his exams. Here we use passes because it's in third person. Or subject plus the verb to be plus the adverb. He is always happy. Subject plus auxiliary verb plus adverb plus main verb. Susan has always lived in New York. And we have some examples. You are always late. We usually go to the cinema on Sunday. He often cooks pasta. We sometimes order pizza for dinner. She hardly ever smiles. And they are never at home when we call. And we have the negative form. Subject pronoun plus the verb to be in negative plus the adverb or frequency. I am not never late. He is not always quiet in the mornings. They are not sometimes angry. We are not usually bad-tempered. And we have the interrogative structure. First, the verb to be plus the subject pronoun plus the adverb or frequency plus the complement and the question mark, obviously, because it's a question. Are you always so cheerful in the morning? Isn't I usually here by 8 o'clock? And we have prepositions to give directions. Go straight, when you go straight, obviously. Turn left, turn right, go straight on, when you are going to keep in one direction or in that way. At is for specific places. For example, at school, at home, at work, at university, at the airport, at the station, at the bus stop, at the party, at the door. And we use past, but remember, we are not talking about past tense. We are talking when you pass a place or something or someone. Go past the toy shop. It's an example. And that's all for today. I hope everything worked clear during the week. See you next class or next week. Take care.